What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the best franchise on YouTube, the Washington Football Team franchise. We are here in week number 12, getting ready for our week 12 rematch with the Dallas Cowboys. And I say rematch because I've been looking forward to this game. I've been waiting for this matchup. Last time we matched up against the Dallas Cowboys, Dwayne Haskins led an amazing fourth quarter comeback. Ended up connecting with Steven Sims and then Terry McLaurin in the back of the end zone for the 2 point conversion to give us the lead. And damn, CD Lamb just ended up breaking our hearts. Had those two amazing catches. We had no timeouts at all. Couldn't ice the kicker, and that's how things crumbled up for us. That was the end of things. Who was their kicker? Like Zerline or something. Ended up coming on and kicking the game-winning field goal, and we end up losing to the Dallas Cowboys. So this time around, we're looking for it to be a little bit different. Our Washington football team is coming off of an amazing win against the Cincinnati Bengals. Dwayne Haskins was throwing dots, so you see with the upgrades with him, we're going to go ahead and continue with the strong arm there. The ball position, I couldn't ask for anything better. This time though, I should say, things are going to be a little bit different with this matchup. As you see, I have Chase Young with his abilities on right now. He has Fearmonger. I think I figured out he should have his X now. I don't know why in that game against the Bengals he was still showing up as just star, because he is a superstar X Factor, as you saw his X Factor abilities there. So I'm expecting Chase Young to play a huge role in today's game against the Dallas Cowboys. He was in the matchup last time, but he still had that counter on him. This time it should be a different story. Um, I don't think I did that good of a job explaining his abilities. I have to pass commit like this. I found out that pass commit is different than like shading over top, because normally I just hit triangle and up on the right stick to shade over top. Like, no, I have to hit R1 and then up on the right stick for a pass commit. So anyways, we're starting out here on defense. 1st and 10 against Dak Prescott. He's going to find Amari Cooper underneath, and Cooper's able to get around Darby. Picks up about 14 yards and the first down up to the 39-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They're going to hand the ball off to Ezekiel Elliott. He runs into Matt Ioannidis, and Cole Holcomb ends up going down for just a gain of 2 yards. 2nd and 8. Prescott throws the bubble screen to CeeDee Lamb, and CeeDee Lamb is able to get past the corner that was guarding him and makes a huge gain. Troy Apke able to make the tackle, knocking him out at the 41-yard line. We got to make sure we're covering CeeDee Lamb. Like I mentioned it earlier, CeeDee Lamb was the main player that ended up hurting us last time we matched up against the Cowboys, so we're going to make sure we take him out the game early. Well, not really take him out, just make sure he's not a non-factor. 2nd and 7, however, Dak's going to drop back to throw. CeeDee Lamb's not the only threat that they have. The Cowboys also have Amari Cooper, and Amari Cooper shows up for a huge gain down to the 8-yard line. And that damn QB power that the Cowboys always run, they got us with it the first time around when we matched up against them. And Dak Prescott runs it in again for the Cowboys' first touchdown of the day, again on a design QB power. So unfortunate there. Got to hope that the defense ends up figuring things out, but can't worry about that right now. Got to get things going on this offense. Like I said, Dwayne Haskins was coming out throwing dots last week, so we're hoping that some of that ends up bleeding over into this week. 3rd and 4 situation where we need to rely on the arm. Oh no, we don't. We just decided to hand the ball off. Okay, and questionable call there. I feel like I probably should have passed the ball in post. Like looking at this game now, but I guess I saw something in the run that I liked, and I just decided to stick with it. And we end up not getting the first down, end up putting the ball. All right, now do or die. Well, not really do or die time for our defense right here, but first drive is filling out drive. Second drive right here, I'm expecting them to come away with the stop here. Fuller with the beautiful coverage there on CeeDee Lamb, able to make that pass incomplete, brings up a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's our shot, and Dak ends up connecting with Ezekiel Elliott in the flats, who picks up the first down up to the 50-yard line. We had our chance right there to get him off the field, and we just didn't follow through. We didn't make the necessary plays that we needed to. 1st and 10, however, Ezekiel Elliott trying to run, ends up running right into that man. Chase Young, who I was talking up earlier in pregame, stopped for a gain of 3 yards. 2nd and 7, we see the motion with Zeke. We try to jump it with Reuben Foster, leaving Jarwin wide open, and Troy Apke's able to come up and make a nice hit on Blake Jarwin, ripping the ball out of his hands. Bringing up another 3rd and 7 situation. Our Washington defense has a chance to get the Cowboys off the field. Dak drops back to throw, ends up connecting with CeeDee Lamb up the seams, and CeeDee Lamb makes Troy Apke miss, and he's into the end zone. Cowboys are up 14-0. Oh man, just a beautiful seam shot there by him. Thought we had everything locked up pretty well, and that damn CeeDee Lamb still, man. Anyways, first and 10, our offense is second possession on the field, and Dwayne Haskins needs to be careful about how he's throwing. Try to target Jeremy Sprinkle there. A little late and a very dangerous throw. Second and 10 after that, however, he ends up following up with a beautiful pass to Troy Quinn over the top. I think that was Jalen Smith in coverage there. Gets a nice gain down to the 43-yard line. Try to run the jet sweep with Terry McLaurin, and Leighton Vander Esch sniffed that play out really quick. Ends up stopping us for just a gain of 2 yards. Still in the first quarter here. No time to panic. Still a lot of time here. Just got to figure things out. Second and 8, we end up connecting with Jeremy Sprinkle. He's been our go-to guy so far this season. We've been trying to make Terry McLaurin that guy, but Jeremy Sprinkle has pretty much shown to be our guy. First and 10 from the 30, we hand the ball off to Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson gets the carry, gets the edge, and stretches from the end zone from like the 2-yard line and gets in. Earl Thomas is just distraught over that. He thought he had him stopped before the goal line, but Adrian Peterson, with that veteran move, able to stretch the ball across the end zone, and just great play. Speaking of great play, look at Tress Way kicking the ball away and then making the tackle at the 31-yard line. First and 10, Cowboys back on the field. Ezekiel Elliott makes, I think that was Landon Collins missing the open field, gets a gain of 6 yards up to the 37-yard line. Second and 4, Cowboys getting a little tricky. CeeDee Lamb has the edge, and Ronald Darby comes up, is able to make the tackle short of the first down marker, brings up a 3rd and 2 situation for the Cowboys. And Dak Prescott finds his guy, Blake Jarwin, across the middle again. He's able to make the catch down to the 41-yard line, keeping the 6 moving. First and 10, they hand the ball off to Ezekiel Elliott, who makes Troy Apke miss initially in the open field. Got a little bit too sticky in the open field, and Troy Apke is able to recover and come back and make the tackle at the 13-yard line. First and 10, still keeping the ball with Ezekiel Elliott. Why wouldn't you after that huge gain he got? Was able only to get 2 yards from there. Second and 8, they try to throw the ball to Zeke out of the backfield this time, and Landon Collins on the coverage, able to stop him for a gain of nothing. Third and 8, Dak Prescott's going to have to put the ball in the air right here if they want to get the first down or even the touchdown. And he's under pressure by Chase Young, shrugs him off, and he's off and running. And who is this? Khalil Hudson, able to bring him down for the sack. I would have been pissed if we didn't get him down at least there. Man, that was crazy. Anyways, we end up stopping the Cowboys for a field goal. It's better than a touchdown because they had a touchdown. If he didn't get all extra sticky with Ezekiel Elliott in the open field, the score should be 21-7. So I'll take the points. I'll give him the 3 points. He can have that. First and 10 from the 27-yard line. Washington's coming out in the Wildcat with Adrian Peterson trying to get him the ball. Ends up losing a yard. Second and 27, and freaking Madden being Madden, end up getting hit with the double X cheese. Third and 11 from the 27-yard line. Asking a lot from Dwayne Haskins here. He's going to have to throw for the first down. Looking to throw to Trey Quinn again, and Trey Quinn just gets upended by Leighton Vander Esch. Drops the ball, and we end up punting on 4th and 11. Horrible drive right there. I mean, nothing I can do about it with that double tap of X and then everything else. It was just a horrible drive to start there. I shouldn't have never even started with the Wildcat. First and 10, Cowboys next possession. They're handing the ball off to Ezekiel Elliott. He trucks over Reuben Foster and just, I mean, for all the fighting that Zeke did on that play to only gain 2 yards is a damn good job by this defense. Oh my gosh. Dak Prescott rolls out to his right looking for someone to throw the ball. Tries to take off and takes a huge hit from Montez Sweat. Somehow he didn't fumble the ball. 3rd and 5 from the 48-yard line. Prescott drops back to throw. Ends up going underneath and threads the needle to Blake Jarwin again. Right between Landon Collins and Reuben Foster. I could have sworn that was at least going to be an interception or at least a pass breakup. But beautiful throw there by Dak. Second and 9, or first and 10, Zeke was stopped. Second and 9, Dak Prescott almost threw his first interception to Landon Collins there, just unable to make the throw. 4th and 9, Cowboys think they have this field goal. They have it lined up, and this is from 59-yard field goal. I guess they just didn't have enough. End up calling timeout and bringing on the punter. So we got to stop. We got the stop that we needed out of our defense. Only bad scenario is we just need to see if our offense can get anything going. We'll start here on the ground with Adrian Peterson. He's able to run around the left edge and just gets caught up on his offensive lineman. Only gains a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 24-yard line. We try to hand the ball off to J.D. McKinnis. Leighton Vander Esch has been all over the field. He sniffed out that run. Stopped us for another gain of 1 yard. 3rd and 8. Dwayne Haskins drops back to throw. Ends up connecting with Steven Sims. and still Sims is able to pick up the first down and duck out of bounds to save and hold on to our 3 timeouts. First and 10 from the 41, 50 seconds left. We end up connecting with Jeremy Sprinkle down to the 45-yard line, calling our first timeout. First and 10, we're going to drop back to throw, keeping the ball in the air with Dwayne Haskins. He ends up trying to throw to Jeremy Sprinkle again. Bit of a risky throw there. It wasn't caught. Luckily, it wasn't tipped up in the air and intercepted by the Cowboys. Brings us to a second and 10. Haskins drops back to throw, ends up hitting McKinnis out of the backfield. McKinnis gets stopped and swung down at the 41-yard line. Washington's going to go ahead and call their second timeout. Third and 6 from the 41-yard line. Haskins back to throw, looking for someone. Ends up finding Jeremy Sprinkle, who takes the hit from, I don't know who it was, but he absorbed it and falls forward for the first down to the 33-yard line. Hurry up to the line and spike the ball, saving our last timeout. Still trying to get into the end zone. We'd rather get a touchdown, but if we have to, we'll settle for Dustin Hopkins field goal at this point. Third and 10, taking a deep shot, and oh my gosh, taking a deep shot to the end zone. Probably shouldn't have taken that shot to Sims. Not the kind of passes that he comes down with. And Earl Thomas makes us pay. Comes away with an interception right before going into half. We literally just threw points away there. We can't do stuff like that. Man, just horrible decision there by Dwayne Haskins. Got to come out this second half. If we're going to keep throwing the ball, we need Haskins to do a lot better than what he has so far. Anyways, we're going to be starting off with the ball here. And we're going right back to the Wildcat formation. Didn't work so well the first time. Tried it the second time, see what happens here. This time, Adrian Peterson's able to get the edge and gets brought down by the face mask on Jalen Smith. We're going to go ahead and accept that. Places the ball at the 50-yard line. Still sticking with the Wildcat formation. Steven Sims back there right now running the read option. Ends up losing 2 yards. Maybe we should stop running those type of plays. Second and 12, Haskins dancing around in the backfield looking for someone to throw the ball to. Ends up connecting with Sims, who gets popped by Jalen Smith. Ends up getting separated from the ball. Third and 12 from the 49-yard line. Haskins has all day to throw, and he overthrows Trey Quinn. And fourth and 12, we decide, no, we need points here. We're going to keep the offense on the field. Decide to go for it. Got 3 wide off to our right. Haskins drops back to throw. Looking for someone deep and ends up trying to go late to Terry McLaurin, who gets sandwiched between 2 Cowboy defenders and drops the ball. It's a turnover on downs. Not the best situation. That's definitely not how you want to start out the second half. Putting our defense in a very stressful spot here. Second and 8, Dak Prescott looking to take a deep shot from Michael Gallup. Ronald Darby's on the coverage, though. Ends up coming with a one-handed interception, but he's ruled out of bounds. Bringing up a third and 8. Dak Prescott looking to go underneath to Amari Cooper, who gets hammered by Colvin at the 38-yard line. Amari Cooper holds onto the ball, though, picking up the first down. First and 10 from the 38-yard line. Dak Prescott under center. Going to hand the ball off to Ezekiel Elliott, who gets stopped by Thomas Davis. Nope, he ends up falling forward for a gain of 4 yards like always. He always falls forward. Second and 6 from the 34-yard line. Design QB run by Dak Prescott. Ends up getting the first down. First and 10 from the 27-yard line. Prescott looking to throw. Ends up finding CeeDee Lamb underneath. And CeeDee Lamb makes a man miss and gets hammered at the 15-yard line. Drops the ball. Is picked up by Matt Ioannidis. There is a flag on the play, however, but the flag is on the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to go ahead and decline that penalty. Bringing on the offense onto the field. Down 10 points. Needing them to get something going here. We need some kind of points or whatever. We need something here. First and 10, we try to run the jet sweep to Sims, only able to gain 3 yards. Second and 7, we end up hitting McKinnis out of the backfield. Weird animation there. I juked inside, ended up pulling me out to the right, end up getting tackled. Third and 4, Haskins dropping back under pressure, looking for somewhere to throw, ends up throwing an interception of his own to Jalen Smith, but Jalen Smith is ruled out of bounds. Fourth and 4, we're going to go for it again on fourth down, needing Haskins to make a big play, and he ends up connecting with Terry McLaurin across the 50-yard line down to the 48-yard line to keep these sticks moving. And this is exactly what I need from us. First and 10, we try to take another deep shot to Terry McLaurin. Why? Just run the ball. Run the ball in that situation. We saw the blitz that the Cowboys had the blitz dialed up. Just go ahead and run the ball there and come back on second down with something better. End up throwing another interception with Dwayne Haskins, and things are definitely not looking good here. In the third quarter, 2 minutes left in the game. The Cowboys are still handing the ball off to Ezekiel Elliott. Stop there. Brings up a third and 9. Prescott ends up going underneath. And oh my gosh, another hit stick fumble. Scooped up this time by Thomas Davis with nothing but green grass and blue end zone in front of him. And he's into the end zone for another Washington touchdown. if the offense can't do it, I guess the defense is going to have to do it all, man. I don't know what the heck is going on with Dwayne Haskins. From last, oh my gosh, kick is almost blocked. Dustin Hopkins able to get it up and into the for a 3-point deficit now. But I don't know what's going on with Dwayne Haskins right now. Just the placement of the ball placement on his throws, it's not the same as it was against the Cincinnati Bengals. Anyways, 1st and 10, next Cowboys possession after 2 fumbles. Dak ends up finding Ezekiel Elliott across the middle, gets the gain down to the 47-yard line. 1st and 10, Dak Prescott in the shotgun, dropping back, looking to throw, ends up connecting with Amari Cooper, who takes a shot from Montez Sweat. He didn't drop the ball like the other 2 Cowboys did. 2nd and inches from the 44-yard line. 30 seconds left. Dak Prescott looking to take an end zone shot on inches, and why not when you have Amari Cooper back there? I think that was Fabian Monroe or Kyle Fuller on the coverage there, and Amari Cooper just did his best Randy Moss impression, Odell Beckham Jr. impression, I don't know, and just completely mossed him in the end zone. 1st and 10, next Washington possession, down 10 points. I said I needed a touchdown before. I really need one now. We're taking the ball out of Dak Prescott's hand, or not Dak Prescott, Dwayne Haskins' hands for the first couple drives. Giving it to Adrian Peterson gets us a huge gain down to the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 49 or 48. We hand the ball off to Dak or Adrian Peterson again. Didn't really gain anything. Ended up losing a yard. 2nd and 11. Try to go right back to AP. Gets stopped by, I think that was Sean Lee there on the tackle. 3rd and 8. We decided to run the screen with J.D. McKinnis. McKinnis is able to be patient enough, wait for his blocks to get set up, and able to fall across the first down marker down to the 41-yard line for the first down. Jalen Smith shoots the gap on first down and ends up stopping McKinnis in the backfield for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Adrian Peterson off the left side, able to get around Jalen Smith, has nothing but green grass in front of him, and he reaches for the end zone again and just gets pushed out barely. Oh my gosh, Adrian Peterson with another veteran move, getting to the end zone and able to reach across for it. And I mean, after that, yeah, 1st and goal, I guess, was kind of predictable that I was going to try to run it with Adrian Peterson. Because, I mean, after he got in the end zone like that, I mean, why wouldn't I try to give it to him? Unfortunately, he was tired. So we end up subbing Antonio Gibson in on that the next play. And Gibson's able to take the toss into the end zone. And it's right back down to a 3-point deficit. Game right back in the hands of our defense right now, who's already came up with 2 key stops with those fumbles. See if they can force something like that again for us. If you don't score the points, I mean, at least give the offense another shot. 2nd and 8. Cowboys taking a shot of their own to Michael Gallup, and luckily he goes for the possession catch because he had nothing but green grass in front of him there. Probably would have scored on that drive if he rat caught it. 2nd and 8 from the 49-yard line. Prescott's going to hand the ball off to Ezekiel Elliott, who gets stopped for a gain of only 2 yards. Chase Young is able to make the tackle there. 3rd and 8, try to end up hitting Zeke out of the backfield, and Landon Collins is there to make the tackle, ends up separating Ezekiel Elliott from the ball, and we bring up and force another Cowboys punt. So, way to go by our defense. Good possession there. 1st and 10, 2 minutes left. The run worked so well on our last drive. Why not just continue with it? We hand the ball off to Adrian Peterson again, who's able to get the edge, running away from Leighton Vander Esch, gets past him, and is just brought down at the 34-yard line by Earl Thomas. 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. 2-minute warnings approaching. We're going to go ahead and snap the ball. Vander Esch is able to shoot the gap, but Adrian Peterson, he's just so strong. He's still able to end up carrying Vander Esch for a gain of 4 yards. Handing the ball off to J.D. McKinnis on 2nd and 6. Able to get a gain of 2 yards. 3rd and 4 from the 27-yard line. Thaddeus Moss gets the block on the edge. Adrian Peterson, he's just a little bit too slow. Unable to turn the quarter there. Brings up a 4th and 2. We decide to go for it, putting the ball in Dwayne Haskins' hands. And he comes up with an amazing throw to Terry McLaurin at the 13-yard line to keep the drive alive for us. Definitely want to get a touchdown here. If we wouldn't have been able to get that first down, I would have been pissed. Oh my gosh. Leaving 3 points on the board like that to go ahead and tie the game up. Anyways, 58 seconds left. Dwayne Haskins almost throws an interception on the bubble screen. Stop being stupid. Hand the ball to Adrian Peterson. That's what we do on 3rd and 8. He's able to truck through Earl Thomas, and like he always has been doing all game long, the veteran move of just stretching the ball out over the end zone or over the goal line into the end zone. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Dak Prescott and the Cowboys are down. He's looking to take a deep shot for Michael Gallup. That pass is broken up. 2nd and 10 46 seconds left. Cowboys only have one timeout. Dak Prescott's back to throw again, looking to take another deep shot. This time he ends up finding Sean Davis, and Sean Davis ends up getting the interception, and that's pretty much going to do it here. We're going to go ahead and run the ball one more time with Adrian Peterson. He ends up getting stopped for a gain of maybe like 2 yards. Cowboys are going to go ahead and use their last and final timeout. We're going to go ahead and run the ball again just for fun. I mean, it's the Cowboys. Why not? Anytime we play the Cowboys, just try to run up on them. I'm not going to try. If I get into the end zone, I wasn't going to go in. I was just going to stop by like the 5 or whatever. But Adrian Peterson ends up getting stopped. Short. We're just gonna go ahead and let the clock run out from there, and we finally got our revenge on these Dallas Cowboys, man. I hate losing to them no matter what team I'm using. I hate it even more when I'm using my favorite team, the Washington football team. Look at Adrian Peterson stretching the ball out over the goal line. Adrian Peterson ended up turning out to be the GOAT for us this game. Dwayne Haskins clearly has a lot more to work on. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead, do me a favor, drop a like on the video, subscribe for more Washington football team franchise gameplays, leave a comment down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.
Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6, and they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.